Good afternoon. Today we will be going upon to know more about the core modules of Fedina. In this complete 2 hours of time, we would be completing the Fedina core modules in detail. So to start off with, whenever we log in to the URL that we have provided with, we would see this login page. In this page, you need to type up the username and the password. The password for a usual case, the default password would always be use admin and admin123. By using these credentials, once we log in, we would be coming across this dashboard. This dashboard is actually a point where you can have grip over all of the features available in Fedina. So uh, mm, before going into know more about Fedina, I would like to explain you about the 4 kinds of logins available in Fedina. Fedina enables the admin login, which has the sole privileges of everything that that can be done in Fedina. Then comes the employee login. The employee can be the employee can have a limited number of privileges based upon privileges that have been given by the admin to a particular employee. And then comes the student login. Student can see the marks and a set of privileges are predefined. We cannot change the privileges set for the student. And now the last one comes up, the parent login. The parent, if he says, can see the marks and other related data of the student or the ward along with the other words also. This was all about the 4 kinds of login that are available in Fedina. Now, to configure Fedina, we must first of all try to go up to the general settings part. In settings, this configuration is necessary to start up with Fedina. So before starting using Fedina, we make the application know how our school is all about or what our school is all about. So the school or college name can be filled up here. Then comes the address, the phone number, the student attendance type, the attendance type that is preferred in your institution, whether it's daily or subject wise. Then we have the finance year start date and the finance year end date, the starting receipt number. So if you have a starting receipt number of, let us say, XYZ123, then the first receipt that would be generated from your application of Fedina would be XYZ123 only, and the rest of the things would be an auto incremented value of the number that you input here or you enter here. Next, we have an option of selecting the language, where we can select from a variety of languages that are available in Fedina. Then the time zone, the preferred time zone from where you belong or the school is situated, so you can have the time zone as per that. And the country and the currency type. Please note that all the currency types that you put up here, the would be shown in the corresponding finance part and the HR part. So you need to put up the relevant currency type here. Then comes the upload logo. So once we always need to have a school our own logo. So once we hello Anis, we will be dealing up with the queries once after the webinar has been finished. So the logo must have a size of 500 KB max. So a size after that won't be accepted by the system, and the resolution should be 150 cross 110. So any logo that doesn't come under these restrictions won't be accepted by the system. Then we have the network state. It can be online or offline. Then the 3 grading systems that have been widely used all over is the CC, CW and GPA. So if you have any of these grading systems in your school, then you can use it. Then we have something called here the Moodle URL. This helps you to integrate Moodle data into this, then the select theme part. But please note that all of the features that you are seeing in the general settings won't be, may or may not be the same that you have been using in your version of Farina, because the page gets customized as per the number of plugins that you opt to use. So if somebody doesn't have the select theme plugin, so the select theme option won't be coming up. So proceeding up with the next other part, as Sardar selects, as we were discussing about the Moodle part, where you can integrate Moodle data into it. Then comes the select theme, where you can select from the variety of themes called the orange, black, green, yellow, blue, and gray, where the default one is the red one, and the other can be customized, can be selected as per your preference. The next 2 points that we would be seeing up is the enable auto increment student admission number and enable auto increment employee number. So whenever you do not have an fixed admission number that has to be set by the institution, then you can use this option, where let us say that you have a student admission number, the first student who would be admitting into the school would be having an admission number of DPS 1, then the subsequent students would be having admission number DPS 2, DPS 3, and so on. So this would be of great use when you have a set of fixed admission number and you want to auto increment the value of the one that you have given it for the first time. The same thing goes for the employee number also. When you enable auto increment employee number, the auto increment value of the employee number would be coming up. Then we have something called the news comment moderation. When the news comment moderation is enabled on, a news that has been published in the Farina can be moderated, or can be commented upon by the fellow users of Farina. Then we have the enable sibling part, where you would be able to grab all the sibling data while admitting an employee. So let us say that we have two siblings studying in the same institution. Then while admitting the second one, all you need to do is just grab all the data of his fellow sibling, so that the parent details and other details will be copied up to this particular record instead of filling it up again and again. So next we have the enable first time login change password, where when we have enabled this part, every user who will be using Farina for the first time will be asked to change the password. The system won't redirect anywhere even after subsequent clickings until and unless the password has been changed when the user use it for the first time. Then the enable OAuth thing, where this would be of great help when you would be sending emails to different users of Farina. And moreover, enable OAuth also helps you to log in with your own Google account. So it's a different plugin. So this was all about the general settings part. Now we will be quickly moving upon the student category. In a general scenario, we face across different student categories. So if you have something different set of facilities for a particular category of students, then you can create a new category here, and while adding the students and while admission of the students, you can stuff each of the students into different categories. So this would help you to categorize the whole group of students in Farina into particular categories. Let us say that you have categories called such as local, non-local, staff students, physically handicapped, student category 1, and the rest. So if you want to create a category, you can just go type the name of the category. Let us say you want to create a category called student category 2, and hitting the save button would create student category 2. Moreover, at a later period, if you want to delete it, you can delete it, or if you want to edit it, you can also do so. So this was the student category thing. Now we will be seeing how the courses and batches can be managed inside Farina. Supposingly you have different courses like class 8, class 9, and class 4, class 6. So you can add different classes here. Let us say that I want to create a new course here. Let us say that I want to add a new course here. Then all I need to do is just click upon the new button and type up the course name. Let us say I'm typing a course name called class 3. The section name, we can opt to have or not to have the section name. Next, the class, the code, and the initial batch details. Supposedly in a course we have different batches, so we can club different batches into a single course by giving the batch name as something different. Let us say it's called 2013. Please remember that the batch details are to be filled up mandatory, and you cannot proceed on without filling up the batch details. So on the course called the class 3 has been created, and on clicking onto this you will be seeing all the batches present in it. Supposing if you want to create a new batch into it, then you can do so by clicking the new button here, typing the name of the batch. Let's say B2013, the start date and end date, and we have two more options here called the import previous batch subjects and the import previous batch master fees. So the one that we have created some minutes before was a batch called A 2013. Supposedly you have created all the subjects and all the master fees for that, then those subjects and master fees can be imported to this particular batch. This would help you not to this would be of great help to you by not adding the subject data and the master fees again. So having created two different batches, now we need to create subjects into each of these batches. So to create subject, you can go to manage subject, click upon the class that you have entered. Let us say you have entered class 3A 2013 and you want to add subjects here. So adding subjects comes up with two options again, the add normal subject and the new elective group. Supposedly you have normal subjects like maths, English. I'm trying to enter a couple of subjects here called maths, and the maximum weekly classes can be put up to 5. And if we are adding a subject where we do not have an exam, then we can click this part. So while creating an exam, we won't be asked to enter marks for the same. The next part is to hit the save button and add the rest of normal subjects here. Now if you want to create a elective group where you are asking the students to have a choice of taking multiple subjects as per the preferences, then you need to create an elective group here. Let us say that I'm creating a group called language, or if I want to edit it, I can also do it by using the edit button. So this would create my elective group called foreign language. So now in this elective group, if I want to create more subjects into it, I need to just click on add part and create different subjects into it. The weekly classes can be 4 and save. Now if you want to add some more subjects into it, you can also do so by repeating the same procedure once again. So this would create your two batches. So this would create your batches with subjects into it. So here as normal subject we have maths and the foreign languages as Mandarin and French. So if you want to assign these languages in the elective group, then you can also do so by using the assign student part. So now we would be moving upon to add the admission details of each of the students. So suppose let us say that you have a different set of details that you don't find that in Fedina. Then you can create your own additional details so that these fields would be asked by the students, asked was the admission of the students. So to do so, all you need to do is just go on to the name field, type the name of the field. Let us say that you have an additional detail called additional detail 1, or the passport details, and the other can also be put up. Let us say that I'm creating a additional detail called the passport, and now I have 3 input methods here. The 4 input methods here: the text box, the text area, select box, and checkbox. In text box I can write a set of text, and in text area I can write multiple line of text. In select box helps me to select a single option, and checkbox helps me to have multiple options. So once you have created this, you need to just go upon and hit the create part. So this creates an additional field called passport, where you need to enter the passport details for the same. Now the most interesting part is yet to come, which is the SMS module. The SMS module comes up with these settings that you can see right now. Whenever you are using the SMS module for the first time, then the homepage that you would be getting of the SMS module would be this. So to enable the SMS settings, you need to just go upon to the SMS settings part, click the application. So all the settings that you have will be grabbed by the application, and now you will be having all these options. So after in the settings part, moreover, we have a general SMS settings section where you need to select on which events the automatic SMSs would be applying upon to the students. So if I click here the student admission part, then every student who would be getting admitted into the institution where Fedina would be getting an automated SMS saying that your student has admitted into our institution with the username and password this. Next, if you choose the exam schedule or result, so whenever an exam is published or scheduled, then you will be getting this set of SMSs saying that a schedule or result has been published. Next comes the attendance part, where whenever a student is absent, the corresponding ward or the student would be getting an SMS saying that your ward has been absent. The same goes for the creation of events, and the rest of the 3 options, as the name suggests, would help you to send SMS to parents, students, and employees respectively. After the settings has been done, you can just go to the update part and click and update your preferences for the same. So after this has been done, the SMS settings, a modified SMS home would look something like this. So using these links, as the name suggests, you can send SMS to students, batches, employees, departments, and all. So let us see how the SMS to students part works. In the SMS to whenever you want to send an SMS to a particular student, you need to select the batch and select the name and type the SMS. So once you have done this, an SMS will be flying up to the particular student saying the SMS that you have typed here just now. The same goes for the batches, employees, departments, and SMS to all. SMS to all is a single SMS part where you can just click upon same and type SMS, and an SMS would be going upon to all the persons in Fedina. Then we have something called here the SMS logs. The SMS logs help us to know what all SMSs has applied up from our institution to the corresponding person. So this would be the SMS that you would be seeing on your mobile phone, and on clicking onto this you would be getting the gateway response and the mobile and the reason for why the SMS has applied up. So this was all about the SMS settings. Now we would be moving upon to know how a student can be admitted into the application. So to start with the student admission, you need to click upon the admission icon and start up with the procedures of adding the first name and the rest of the things. So before going to the admission part, you need to just have a double check on all the general settings that you have done. Now to start up with, if you have if you have a person who, if you have a student whose name starts with Sandeep and the last name some can be P, the course and batch that you have selected can be taken as this. The date of birth can be entered here. Using the date option here, then the selection of gender, the blood group, and as the rest of parts are not mandatory, you can even plan to skip it. And some of the settings for the particular student are to be made, like the SMS features. If you click this part, then the student would be getting SMSs, otherwise you won't be getting. The same goes for the enable email features also. So if you click this, email would be flying up whenever required to the particular student. Next we have the biometric ID. If you have biometric integration in your system, then you need to type in biometric ID, which would be the part of identification on the student part. Then comes the upload user photo, where you need to upload the photo of the student. So after having done all this, you need to just tap the save button. This would redirect you to a page where you need to select the siblings. Sibling feature is a new feature that has been added in our recent versions. So to start off with, you would be seeing something here. Let us say that I have the person who is being admitted has a sibling whose name starts with Epanjan or Sandeep. So on typing the name of the sibling, you will be getting the option to click his name. So once you have clicked his name, the siblings, the parent details of Sandeep would be attached to the one that you are admitting now. So this would. So if you don't want to add the new set of guardians, you can skip the part also. So now the next thing would to save and proceed the thing. The previous education details can be opted to or not opted to use it. If you want to add subjects and the previous education details, you can do so here. The next thing would be is to save and proceed. This part of admission details deals with the additional details that we have created just now. So as per the settings that we have done, we have something here called the option, the agent Aadhaar card number, the passport, and the resides in town. So you need to just click fill up the details that are required for your own institution. This page is completely dedicated to customize the requirements of adding additional data of the student. So if you want to create some additional details, if you want to fill some additional fields for a student, then you can create different fields there and try filling up these fields here. The passport that you have the passport number that you have opted for can be put up here, and this would suffice. And now after creating all this procedure, you need to just you will be landing upon a page where you will be seeing the details or the profile details of the student. So this was all about the creation of student profile. Now as in every ERP we have the system of selecting the student records, so in Fedina also we have a unique way of searching for students, or having a detailed student search. So to start off with, if I am looking for a student with the name Sandy, then I need to just tap on Sandy, and I will be getting the most available matching option for the name type. Now if you want to have a different advanced search kind of thing, then you can just click upon the advanced part here, and selecting the advanced search would land you to this page. And you can do a couple of things which is required by the institution. Supposingly, if you want to know all the students who have a blood group of B positive, then you can just click B positive and do the search. So this will give you a list of all the students who have the blood group B positive. Similarly, you can have your own customized advanced search kind of thing, which is required by your institution. Then our next task would be to generate a PDF report of the same. So if you want to have a PDF report of the same, you can just click upon the view PDF report, and this would be the PDF report that would be generated for your institution. You can even download the PDF report generated. This was all about the student part. Now we will be quickly moving upon how the HR part works. So before plunging upon to the HR module, we need to make a couple of settings up there. So to start off with, we have something here called the settings, called the add employee category, add employee position and department, grade, category, bank detail and addition details. So you need to create a category here. The same way that we created the category for students would be applicable here too. If you want to create a category called cat1 or EMP cat1, you can do so by typing it here. EC would be the preferred prefix code, and now this would create your employee category. Similarly, you can go upon creating the employee positions, different employee departments, different employee grades, and rest of the things. Now we will be going in detail about the payroll category thing. So payroll category can be created from this link. So as in a general scenario, we have different categories, but the pay slip of employees differ. So you can, after this payroll category has been created, you can have different more entries, or different entries for different clients, or sorry, different employees, by using this add new category thing. Let us say that if you want to create a new category called medical allowances or the insurance, and insurance is a deduction. Now you need to type here the what percentage of which category would be correspond to insurance. Let us say that I want to have an insurance of 10% for all the employees, 10% of the basic pay, then, and it's surely a deduction. So I need to click upon the deduction part here and create it. So this would create another payroll category with the name insurance here. If you want to delete it, you can delete it, but please remember that once an employee, once it gets entangled with an dependency, this thing cannot be deleted. So, or if a payslip is generated, you cannot delete this deduction here. So this was all about how the HR settings part can be done. Moreover, if you want to add new bank details like bank account number or the bank name of the particular employees that they have accounts in, then you can just click upon this and add bank detail and add different details here. And similarly, if you want to add some addition details like passport number and the Aadhaar card number or the social security number, then you can create different addition details here by using the input method and setting it whether it's mandatory or not. So once you have completed all the settings part of human resources, you need to have a check upon the employee management. In employee management, we have two options here: the employee admission. The employee admission is the procedure where you admit employees here by selecting the preferred date of birth, department, category and position, and it's analogous to the procedure that we have done in the student admission. Now we have something here called the employee subject association, where you need to state that which all employees would be teaching which all subjects here. Let us say that I have a subject called UKG B 2013 here, and the subject would be English. So now I can decide who all teachers of will be teaching English for UKG B 2013. So this would be of great help when you would be creating a timetable. So whenever you will be creating a timetable, you would be asked to allot these teachers to a particular period, so that you can have the or avail the help of employee subject association part. Next comes the employee leave management. So in a leave management procedure, we have different things like adding the leave types, having an attendance report, attendance register, and reset leave. So to add leave types, you need to just click upon the add leave types link here and go on and filling up the details: the leave name, the leave code, maximum leave count, how many leave can be there in the particular leave type, and the carry forward part. If you put carry forward part, then the remaining leaves that you have taken for the particular period or the rest or the balance leave will be carried forward to the next period. Then we have the attendance register of the employees here. So if you want to see the employees attendance register, you can just click upon the department and the system would show you the attendance of the attendance register of the particular month. Moreover, the current day would be highlighted in yellow, showing the today's date. Then we have something here called the attendance report, where you can have a count upon all the attendances of the employees, so who all have taken what number of leaves. Then we have the reset leaves part, where you will be able to reset the leaves of an employee. The reset can be done department wise, individual wise, or for all. And but prior to doing these reset leaves, you need to go upon to do the leave reset settings. So here you need to put the period or month where the reset has to be done and the count begin date. So this would decide how the period or the month for which the reset has to be carried. Moreover, if you want to do it if you want to do it automatically, you can do it, but if you want to do manually, you can prefer not to check this option and proceed up with the rest of the things. So this was all about the employee management part. Now we would be seeing up how the different options in human resources can be useful. So whenever you want to create a new payslip for employees, you can just go do this by selecting for a particular employee. Academics is the department that I have referred up, and I can just click upon the particular employee, and if I want to add a new category, I can create a new category. So this would be a great help when you would be adding some more miscellaneous categories in for a particular employee. Supposingly, if you want to create a loss of pay system, then you can keep a record of what amount would be deducted from his account, and the loss of pay would be calculated for that particular person. So an amount of $200 can be deducted from the particular employee. Moreover, the basic pay, if you want to put it as 12,000, so this creates the payslip of the employee. So once the HR person has created a payslip for different employees, this would be going up to the person in charge of the finance, who has the option of accepting or rejecting the employee part, the payslip of the employee that was generated. Next would be there are options to generate payslips by one click and one click revert. So let us say that if you need to create payslip for all the employees for a particular month, then you can do so by clicking upon the one click payslip generator. Then at that period, if you feel like you want to revert the thing that you have done, then the next option besides of reverting would be of great help to you, the one click payslip revert. Then if you want to do an employee search, you can do so by just typing the name of the employee, and you will be able to see all the possible options with the best match possible for the name entered, and clicking upon each or any of the links would land you to the place where you can see the employee profile. So this was all about the HR part, and the last remaining part of HR would be the employee payslip. In employee payslip, we have different things called the academics, and you need to select the department and the month. Let us say that you want to select the particular month and you want to view the payslip of different employees. Then you can see the following. So, and the payslip status. The payslip status is approved or rejected by the person in charge of the HR. So if you have a system of splitting of the privileges for different employees in your institution, then you can just give the HR privileges to an employee and the finance privilege to different employee, and these two departments can be handled wisely by the using of the privileges systems. So this was all about the HR part. Now this was all about the HR part. Now we would be now we would be So this was all about the HR part available in Fedi now. Now we would be seeing upon the rest of the thing. That's the finance part and the rest. To start up with the finance, on seeing the finance, we have these available options in the finance homepage. We have the fees category, transactions, donations, automatic transactions, payslip, asset liability management, and tally export. Tally export is different plugin that if you want to integrate tally into your application, then you can use the tally export part. but we will be starting up with the fees. In fees we have the available options: the create fees, schedule fee collection, collect the fees, fee structure, defaulters, fee imports, and instant fees. Now we would be seeing up each of the links in detail. So start up with the option that we have is called the create fees part. In create fees still you have three links: the create category, create particulars, and create discount. In create category you can create your own master category. Let us say that if you want to create a master category called MSTR category ultimate, and the description you can have, you can opt to or not to opt to give it, it's up to you. And then now you have to select the batch on which the category that you have created would affect upon. So doing this would create your category. The next part of the thing would be to have the create particulars part. So let us say that if you want to create particulars called tuition fees, the description can be, you can opt or not to opt to give it, it's up to you. Now you have to put the amount of the tuition fees. Now you have three options here, with the all, admission number, student category. So if you want to create the particulars based upon the number of students here, then you can do so by clicking on the option of admission number and the student category. But now you have to select on the right panel the master category that you have opted for. Master category Ultimate UKGP 2013 was the one that we have created. So I will be clicking upon this part and creating it. More things can be added here. Let us say add academic fees or the sports fees. You can give the description here. Again you need to search for the master category that you have created. This was the one that we have created, and now hitting upon the create button would create the master categories. So this was all about the creation of categories. So now at a later period, if you want to have a look upon all the categories that are available for a particular batch, then you need to select the particular batch and see the categories here. So if you want to see the different particulars inside the category, just click upon this and you will be able to see that the amount that has been the breakup amount of all the master category, like the tuition fees and the sports fees. Moreover, if you want to add more particulars into it, you can use this option here. The next part would be to do the create discount thing. Let us say that if you want to create a discount type for the students in your batch, the student category and student wise, then you can just click upon the student category thing. The name, the fee category, the student category can be typed here. Let us say that I am having a discount for some of the students or a particular batch. Discount should be of 50 rupees. Now I can select the category for which the thing is applicable to and just click upon create. So on doing this, I would be giving a 50 rupees discount to all, say $50 discount to all of the students who belong to the student category local. As the application says that batch cannot be blank, so we need to select the batch first of all. Or you can have a different record. This is for the whole batch. The name of the discount can be discount C1 and the discount type can be 50 amount create. So this is the way how we can create different discounts for different students. This was all about the creation of fees part. Now we need to schedule the fee collections of different master categories created. Let us say that if you want to create a fee collection, something with the name called August end collection, then you can just click upon the particular option here, August, name it as August end, and this must be applicable for the particular category. Put in the start date, end date and due date would create a create fee collection date. One more interesting thing about this creation of fee collection date is that whenever you create a fee collection date, it would be showing up in the particular day. So a day in red would mean the fees due, and the fees due are for the fee collection August end. So having done this, you need to just go back and do the rest of the part of fees. The rest part of the fees include the collection of the fees. Supposingly, if you want to collect the fees from the student, let us say that I want to submit fees by course. Now you need to select the particular batch, the fee collection date. As we do not have a fee collection date, so it won't be highlighted up here. On selecting the batch, if there are any fee collection dates for that particular batch, then that would be highlighted in the next option, the select fee collection date. So this would be what the student of a particular batch is entitled to pay after doing this thing. So if you want to pay the fees, you can do so by clicking upon the pay fees part. So now once you have done this, Sandeep's payment has been done, and now you can just go upon to do and pay the rest of the students' money. Fee submission for each student. If you want to submit the fees for each of the students, then you can just click upon the name of the particular student. If as fee collection dates are not created for this particular student, you won't be seeing the relevant options here. Now this is the way that you will be able to see how the fees can be paid for each of the students. This was all about the fees part. Now we would moving upon how fee structure and fee defaulters can be seen. As we have seen as collect the fees or fee submission part, you would be able to see how fees can be submitted or collected from a particular student. Then the fee defaulters will be showing all the defaulters of a particular master category. Then the fee imports would be is a different plugin, but this would be of great help to you when you would be selecting a particular batch and judging upon what all collection dates would be applicable for a particular student. Supposedly you have created different fee collection dates, and you want that a couple of them would be only coming into effect for a particular student. Then you can just click upon the particular student name and assign using the checkboxes available here. This is how the fee imports work. This was all about the fees part in finance. The rest part of the finance would be including the category, where you need to create a different category for all the different uh, transactions here. So if you want to create a new finance category, you just need to click upon the create finance category part and add the category name and description. If this comes under income, then you need to tick upon income, and if it doesn't, you can opt not to tick it. So this is how we can create a finance category. So this is how we can create a finance category. Now we would moving upon to the rest of the part called the transactions. The transactions would be a helpful to you to know the report of all the transactions that have taken place. The transactions would be of great help to you when you want to keep a track of all the transactions that are available in your institution. Now if you want to make a display report of all the persons or all the transactions that have taken place from a particular date till today, then you can just click upon the two dates and click display report, and this would show you what all transactions have taken place. Moreover, this report would not only be statistical, but it would also be graphical, which would be showing you the how the money has been dispersed in through different channels. Now if you want to compare two parts of transaction, then you can just enter the two dates and the two dates, the two periods of transaction that you want to up would be showing up. The again, the statistical as well as the graphical report can be seen from here. So this is how you can keep a track of all the transactions available in your system. The next page, the donation part, where you can create new donations, keep a track record of all the donors that you have invested in your that has donated in your institution. So you can donate money from a donor's name using these options available here. Moreover, if you want to see the list of all the donors that have donated money for your institution, you can just click upon the donors part, and you will be seeing all the list of all the donors that have given money or funded the institution. The automated transaction part uh, is is a unique feature in the finance module, where you need to create or manage how cess can be done, how cess deductions can be done. Supposedly, as per the legislations that you have follow in your area, you have a rule of deduction of 5% of money for all donations. Then you can just create an auto transaction saying the category as donation and the percentage, title and description. This would create mm, a donation automated transaction procedure, where 5% will be dedicated on every fund that has arrived from the cess or tax levied by the legislation that you follow. Then we have the payslip part. Here, as I have explained it already, the HR asks for a payslip, and now it's the person in charge of finance who will be approving or rejecting a particular payslip. So once he sees all this, you can just he can go upon and select the particular employee. He can approve, reject or make a PDF report of the thing. So this way you can add a particular employee's payslip. Moreover, if you want to make a improvement of all the employees, then you can do it by via a single click, and this link would be of great help to you for the same. One click approve payslip. So one click approve payslip would be approving the payslips of all the persons for that particular day. So if you click this, you would be seeing all the persons payslip can be generated from this. Now comes the asset liability management, where you can keep a track record of all the assets and liabilities. Supposingly you have some different projects like the which comes under which is a income or transaction or a expense, then you can keep it here, keep a track of all the assets here using these options, the title, description and the amount, and you can also view all the assets that you have. Moreover, if you have some funding or if you fund some orphanage, then you can do this and keep a track record of all the same. This was all about the finance part. Now we would be looking upon the rest of the things called the examination and the news and the timetable. So now to create a timetable, you need to just go upon, click the create timetable part, select 15, the start date or the end date of the timetable. This would create a timetable from 15 to 18 of this part. But prior to doing the timetable, you need to make some settings. That is the setting of the class timetables and setting of weekdays. So setting of weekdays would be this. So you need to just click upon and select the dates for the same. The weekdays can be made to appear as common or can also be made to appear as common or can also be made to appear as specific for a particular batch. So if you want to make it specific, you can just click upon and change it, but this won't be affected by the rest of the batches. So this is how you need to create a weekdays. The next task would be to create a class timing set. Supposingly, if you want to create new class timing set, then just click upon the right hand option, click class timing set. Then you will be redirected to this page, which would be having another option of new. Let us name this class timing set as class timing set 2, and clicking this submit part would create a class timing. So now the set has been created, but now you need to stuff different class timings into it. To stuff class timings, you need to just go upon and type the class timing set. So to do up the class timing set, we need to just we need to make different periods for it. Let us say that if you have some called period 1, and the period 1 lasts from 8 to 8:30. Then you can create this. 8:30 to, let us say that your period 1 starts from 8:30 to 9. Then you can just click upon the save option. Mr. Rashid, we would be dealing up with the query after the webinar has been finished. Now we would be finishing up with the class timing set and the news part. Then we will be dealing up with the rest of the queries. So as the period 1 has been finished, you can create upon different periods. Let us say that you want to create period 2, period 3. You can go upon and create different periods here. So now the next option is to map the classes with the class timing sets. The mapping of class timing set. Let us say that you have a class timing set 2 that we created just now, and you want to assign it to different batches. The different available batches here are listed here on the right hand side, and UKGB 2013 is the one that was created here. Now if you created UKGB 2013, so this would assign this available batches here. So again, while creating a timetable for this UKGB 2013, the class timing set 2 that was assigned to it would be applicable. As I said, as the timetable has been created, now we need to delete this. The edit entries would be the option where we need to edit different entries, and the class timing set 2 that we have done will be coming into effect here. Now, as we have already said in the employee subject association, we have different options here called the teachers, and as the association is already done. So this way you can just drag upon the name of the teachers here and fit it to a different cells. Moreover, if you want to mass allot the whole thing, you can just click up and allot it all at once. So this by selecting all of the things, your timetable has been created. This is how the timetable is to be created, and the timings and the weekdays are to be set. Now again, to edit a timetable, you need to just go upon to the edit timetable part and click upon the particular period of timetable and edit the entries by selecting the batch. So this is how you will be editing their timetable. Moreover, if you want to view a timetable, just select the link view timetable, the period, this would be coming into play, and you will be getting up this page. So you can view timetable of different batches using the options available here and here. Next comes the teacher's timetable and the institutional timetable, where you can see the timetable for different teachers here. Let us say that if you want to see the timetable of a teacher for the period of 15th August to 18th August, Then on clicking upon to the timetable period, you will be seeing up this page where you will be seeing that Anthony was allotted this page and Srinivas was allotted two periods for the whole week, and Tiltama one period. Swagatika would be having 3 periods. So this is how you can keep a track of all the teachers and their timetables. This is all about the timetable part. Now we will be quickly moving upon the examinations. Before going to the examination, we need to make a set of different settings here: the grading levels and the ranking levels and the class designations. The grading levels are once you click upon the grading levels, you will be able to see these options. So if you want, these grading levels can be added common wise and can also be added batch wise. So if you need to add a common, then you can just select common here, and if you want to select a particular batch, then you can select a particular batch here and carry upon with the rest of the settings of the grading levels. So once if you want to create grades here, you need to just go upon add grades, type the name, minimum score, description and credit points. Now the ranking levels. These ranking levels are done different for different batches. So we can create 3 to 4 ranking levels here as per the requirement of the particular batch. Let us say that you have a ranking level called detailed, and this ranking level has to follow two particular restrictions. Once the exact limit of marks is 0 in less than 2 subjects. So this is the way how we define these two conditions here: 0 and the marks limit type is exact, and the subjects is 2 and the subject limit type is 2. So at least 2 and an exact of 0 marks in this at least 2 subjects would make a student eligible to be considered under the ranking level detained. This is how the different conditions can be mapped up with the requirement of the particular batch. So this is how you will be creating different ranking levels. Now we will be moving forward to know more about the class designations. The class designations are simple as like creating different positions for students. So let us say that if a person scores more than 40%, then he would be considered as the first class, second class, or third class, and a person who has scored less than 40% would be considered as failed in different class designations available here. And moreover, you can make these designations different for different batches too. Now after settings has been done, we can quickly plunge upon to move or to create different exams here. So to start up the exam management, you need to just click upon a particular batch for which the examination has to be conducted, and this on selecting the course in the batch would land you to a page where you would be able to see different exam groups. Now you want to create more exams for the same. Then let us say that if you want to create a more exam called mock exam 3, and the marks type is marks grades and marks and grades, so you can use this marks part and use the save option. So this would redirect you to a page where you need to enter the details of the marks here. So you need to type the full marks here and the minimum marks. Now you need to fill up each of the start time and end time for all of the exams created. But prior to this, before doing the exams part here, but the creation of exams and the end time and start time, I would like to let you know about a extra column here called do not create a part. So if you don't want to create an exam for a particular subject, then you can just click upon the do not create part and opt not to create an exam for the particular subject. So save changes would save the changes for your particular exam. Now as the mock exam has been created, now you can opt to publish the exam schedule. Once the exam schedule has been published, this thing would be again be available in the calendar itself, showing today's date as the exam for tomorrow itself. This is how you would be notified in the calendar itself, saying about the exam. Now the next part of exam creation is to enter the marks for each of the subjects. So you need to enter the marks for each of the subjects here. And on creation of this, you need to just click upon the save button. Once the exam marks has been created, the next task would be to publish exam result would be available in this part. And you will get a notification saying the result has been published once the exam has been published. So the next thing to do is to generate reports so that the students and the parents can see the exams. Generate reports is the part. So doing this, all the exams that you can, all the reports for that particular course will be created here. Once the scheduled job notification says this, that no scheduled job has been selected for the type job, this means that your generate report has been done successfully. Now you can go upon to and see the marks of the student that you have entered just before. So Abhishek and Janakiram were the students whose marks has been entered. So you can try to see this person's marks, to see the students' marks in their own profiles. On clicking in the name of the student, you will be getting the options here, and then the reports part will let you know about the report of the particular exam that they have opted here. Now this would be how the reports of exam of Janakiram would be. You will be able to see how he has scored along with the statistical and the graphical data of how he has performed in that particular exam. So this was all about the exam part. Now the report center would be dealing up with the different reports available in FEDINA. In FEDINA, you can make an exam-wise report, subject-wise report, so group exam reports, archive student, and the like. So to make an exam-wise report, you need to just select upon the particular batch, the exam group, and view it. Now on viewing it, you will be seeing again the statistical and the graphical data showing the marks scored by Abhishek for maths. Again, the subject-wise report will show you the reports of students in different subjects. You need to select upon the batch and then the subject, and this is how the marks have been scored by students. As we have not entered data for the mock W exam 3, so this won't be applicable here. This is the space that we will be seeing here. but the marks for these two students, Janki Ram and Abhishek, would be available here. This is how the report center works. Moreover, if you want to have a combined report, you can also do so by clicking upon the batch here, and putting up the particular ranking levels and the class designations. Now you will be able to see how the students have scored, the failed students, passed students, and the detained students. So this is how the reports work. The last part of the webinar was to see the attendance part. Supposing if you want to see the attendance register of a student, then you can just select upon the particular batch and click upon the student here, type the name of the student, remark why he was absent, and add it. So this would mark Abhishek as absent for 14 days. And if your SMS settings are correct, then an SMS will be flying up to the particular parent and the student saying the absent has been marked for the particular day. And then the attendance report, if you want an attendance report, can also be generated using Fedina attendance report feature. So you need to select a mode here. Let us say the mode is monthly for the month of August and 2013. This is the app. This is the timetable that would be generated. So this is the attendance report that would be generated for this particular batch, mode, month, and year. So this was all about the application itself. The last part includes the news, where you can see different news here. If you want to see the news, then environment, you can search different news here. You would get the best possible match, and then you can click upon this and see the different news here. Then we have something here called the add news. If you want to create a news, let us say that the news can be something like Sunday, then you can just give the title and the content and publish the news. Now this news would be available to be viewed by all students in that dashboard itself. Moreover, if somebody wants, he can comment it when and only if in the general settings part the enable comment moderation has been ticked in. So this was all about today's webinar. Now we would be quickly moving upon to the rest of the queries. Thank you all. Hello all again. The start time was as per answering Rashid's query first. The start time was 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. IST, and now we will be ending up it. And as per the query asked by Mr. Anis, as you have said that in the finance part, we have different things here called the category. So this category, if you want to have different categories, you can stuff things into it. Moreover, we have something here called the income and the expense part in the transactions. So if you want to create, you want to add an expense, you can do so. If you want to add an income, you can do so. So in the moreover in the create finance part, in the finance category part, all the expenses and the incomes can be added, and adding on this would be showing up while adding the new expenses and income. Is the query clear, Mr. Anish? Okay. Yes, Mashak, we are working on it. The documentation has been worked out, and we'll be releasing it in recent times. And we will surely let you know when the documentation has been updated. Uh, it would take just around 10 days to have all the documentation correct. We will be mailing you about the same. Moreover, as per the query asked by Mr. Ranjit, we can get a recorded video of the session, as we will be recording it today itself, and we will be mailing it. We will be mailing you the link. The link will be available on YouTube itself. Yes, Mashak. The training will be detailed, as was part of the core modules. So we have to cover everything in a stipulated time. So we won't be able to put it, but we have different modules and different sessions for that, and we'll be informing you. And we have in the roadmap, we have schedules for different sessions, and we'll be mailing it to you, and you can join the sessions for different modules too. We have that in our roadmap. Yeah, Meshak, this was not exactly an overview, but we have tried to cover almost the best possible part in the stipulated time. But this was more than an overview that we have just seen. Yes, Anish, as per the question that you have asked, you can just go to the general settings part here, and next to this you need to put up the rupee symbol. Instead of the dollar symbol, that you can put the rupee symbol. Moreover, we don't have a part of rupee symbol as a drop down part, but you can put it as you can need to install different kind of font in your system. So there you will be able to put the rupee symbol. Moreover, the modern day keyboards come up with the rupee symbol, where an alt and the rupee symbol works fine. Yes, Rashid, the Ferdinand 2.4 is already available for pro customers, but we haven't pushed up the updates. We will be pushing the updates one by one, and we will be letting you know via mail when when you can take the update. Yeah, Anish, we would be dealing a different session for inventory. where we would be dealing up all the plugin modules, and all the plugin modules will be covered up there. So you can raise your queries regarding inventory there itself. No, Anish, we are sorry to let you know that we don't support on-site support and training, but we can conduct this webinars like the training that we have done it today. So you can attend webinars and you can raise your queries, and moreover the different queries that require the set of analysis and all can be covered in the by raising a support ticket in our portal. Yeah, Mr. Mishak, as per the query that you have asked regarding the module updates, we would be pushing different updates for customers, and these updates would be you can be taken by them only when they take the when we push the updates and when they take the updates. So it's like whenever we come up with an application, with a version of our application, we have to push the code, that the updated code into the Git, and later on by using the Fedina by using the update option, you can take the applications. For all these SaaS customers, this facility is done on our end, and but for the rest of the customers who have their own server, for them there we have a plugin called Fedina Auto Updater, and Fedina Auto Updater would be of your help to take the latest updates that are being that has been released with the different versions. Sorry, Anish, as I have already said that we won't be able to give on-site support, but but all of them are, or a particular representative from your institution can host the or can attend the webinar and let the other people know. See, the whole core modules has been covered today, and you can also see the different modules that was covered. We will be recording this video, and you will be coming up to know how and the whole thing about today's webinar. Anish, we do not have a calendar of all the webinars, but we usually send different email invitations whenever an webinar has been planned. So the next we will be planning a webinar in Friday itself regarding the HR module, and we will be sending you a mail regarding the same in the few hours. Sorry, Alankar, we do not say set up the dedicated webinars for customers, but it's a common webinar that can be attended by one and all. Yes, Mashak. Um, this was all for today. But if you have any other queries, you can ask so, or else you can raise a ticket in a support portal where we would be answering all of your queries. Please raise a ticket in a support portal and we can answer all your queries. But further, if you have some queries, you can ask here even. And as per the query asked by Mr. Alankar Ghag, yes, Alankar, we would be letting you know about all the webinars via mail, but as per the request put forward you to publish all the upcoming schedule for the webinar. We will be thinking upon the issue, and this request has been taken for analysis, and we will be letting you know once the schedule kind of concept works us for either of the parties. Do we have any other queries, Mr. Alankar? Okay, Alankar, we can get your point.